So I believe I can go back this way. And this is the big, important company. Some more parking for that company was where I was. So this is Novodolsk, Hyperdolsk. They have a security guard, really nice, lots of monitors, lots of security. That's a cool company. It's Group Rollo, or Rosso. I don't know what they do. I'll have to use DuckDuckGo, or the equivalent Portuguese European DuckDuckGo, to find out about that company. And they're gonna build something down there. It's another thing, it's like the only way you can have growth is by building shit. We all know there's all kinds of growth, right? Personal growth, intellectual growth, physical growth, blah, blah, blah. But we have to have a certain kind of growth. You can't like globalism because they'll take your jobs, but you have to have globalism because you need cheap shit. And you have to have strawberries in the wintertime. So you can't have a local economy because then you wouldn't have as much shit and then you wouldn't grow as much. I remember Ireland when it was a no-growth place. People farmed and they worked at the hotel and they had a salon and they had a candy store and a bakery. Oh no, no growth. So everybody goes to America, get industrious, nothing wrong with that. It's all energy driven, fossil fuel driven, of course. So what happens when that paradigm changes and you have to say to people, you know, the kind of growth that's going to give you the Walmarts of the world, the Targets of the world, you know, the strawberries in winter of the world, the kind of growth that's going to make, you know, your carburetors really cheap and your hammers and your screwdrivers really cheap. Well, that's just not going to work anymore. And you might need a good blacksmith in your town. People are going to go, what? What do you mean about that? That's not going to happen, bro. I got to have it all. I got to have the really fancy, high-tech, double-glazed windows that block out the noise and keep the house insulated. And they have to be cheap, and I have to have the China-built solar panels on my roof, and I need the fucking mobile phone. All this stuff. It's got to be cheap. It's got to be good, and it's got to be new. No, man. Sorry, things are going to shift. Oh, you bastard. You son of a bitch. How can you say that? You fucking prick. You enjoy all the good stuff, and then you expect us to just, what? Minimalize because you screwed everything up. This is the dilemma of developing countries that were robbed and fleeced and had all their materials extracted from them, were blown up, you know, for so many decades. While rich countries were gaining the benefits of that and living large, and they would look at the Voice of America and the TV and the movies and go, oh my God, I want to go to America, I want to be an American. I want to kill and fleece and blow up and extract from my home country, from the old country, and live large and put some bling around my neck and drive a fancy car and make a business and make it successful and give my children a better education. And I didn't have an education, but my daughter's a lawyer and my son's a doctor. This is all good stuff, by the way. You come in and you repair socks and your kid gets an education, another one becomes a gangster, and pretty soon you got nothing but respect. And your son builds you a nice house. This is all for you, Mom. But that kind of growth might not be possible anymore. You might have to go back to the old ways. And then people get really mad when you say, can you learn something from an indigenous culture? The old ways? And they say, you want to go back to being a savage? Freaking idiot. You want shamans and witch doctors? When you could have pharmaceuticals? Look, if we can find a way to balance all of it that's healthy, then great. But we really have to work on that. Because if we don't, we're going to lose the whole thing. Growth, baby. It's fall now. It's autumn. I saw the fruits and the grapes, the corn grow, get harvested. A new season is starting. And there'll be winter and there'll be spring. Now I'm feeling like Chauncey, only I'm more of a Chauncey wannabe a gardener rather than Chauncey the gardener. And the thing will shift around. You'll have your growth phases and you know, you're dying out. You'll have to replenish that soil and rotate those crops. If the soil isn't healthy, you're not going to have another harvest next year. Anyway, there's all kinds of growth. And if you want to have growth, you got to tend to the organism so that it's healthy and so that it can grow. All right, I'm back. Talk to you later.